Peace, everybody. It's your boy. Let's talk. We back with another video out here on this nice day. Let's get straight into this video. So I want to talk about. I pretty much want to talk about you being careful on fake friends. You know, be careful on who you call your friend, because so many people call themselves friends, and then a few days, few weeks later, whatever, you know, it's some big old disrupt between them two, and things get physical, and in some cases it can be even turned deadly. So be careful who you call your friend, because everyone is not a friend. Some people disguise themselves as friends. Some people are really snakes. Some people are really wolves in friends' clothing. You know, people like to say wolves in sheep clothing. No, they wolves in friends' clothing, because they really don't like you. They really can't stand you. They hate the fact that you are who you are. They hate the fact that people like you. They hate the fact that you got charisma, that you're charming, that you're handsome, that it seems that anytime you say something, people like it. And they say the same things and do the same things, and they don't get the same type of response. So, yeah, they absolutely hate you for it. But this is the kicker, though. They're so shady. They're so grimy. They're so manipulative. You know, they're so cunning that although they can't stand your guts, they would do anything in their power to get close to you, just so they can know every little thing about you, every little detail, and then slowly but surely try to bring it down from the inside out. Like, that's the truth. And I really do. I hate that I have to make videos like this. Like, I was talking to people not too long ago. I probably even mentioned it in the video not too long ago too, saying like how, you know, I grew up and, you know, people used to say like, you know, every skin folk ain't kinfolk, or, you know, blood ain't always thicker than water. And I used to always, like, they used to boggle me, because I'm like, because my family, as far as I knew, because maybe I was just young and ignorant, but, you know, my family and friends and everybody around us were like close, tight knit. And it wasn't until I got older I started realizing that, you know, people were just putting on the facade. Motherfuckers really hate each other. And now I'm in a position, well, I'm in a point in my life where I see, I understand, I understand exactly what was going on when I was younger, in my youth. And it's like, wow, that's crazy. So this whole time you ain't even fuck with them, but because you was a hater, you've been around them this whole time just so you can learn them and then hate on them later on when they're at their most vulnerable state. That's some crazy stuff. Like, that's evil. That's wicked. And so many people today are evil and wicked. So y'all better peep the game. Y'all gotta start digging that, because everybody's not your friend. I used to tell my brothers that, my little brothers. I say little like they young. You know, we all grown men now. But my brothers, like when we were younger, like in our teens and stuff, even like early 20s, they would like bring like new people around I've never seen before. I'm like, who this? Oh yeah, that's my friend. Oh, that's my man. This, that. And they're like, well, your friend? Even when they put the best friend on it, my best friend. Like, bro, you just met him like 2 hours ago. And even kids doing it today, because like my daughters do stuff like that. They don't do it as much, because like what I'm about to say, I had to tell them that too, just like I was telling my brothers, and they had to start learning. But my daughters would do it too. They're like, yeah, this is my friend, my best friend, da, da, da. And I'm like, how that's your best friend and you just met him today? That's not your best friend. Like, all right, that can be a friend, whatever. You just made a new friend. It's not your best friend. And Y'all may not be friends forever. Y'all may not even be friends 2 or 3 years from now. And that may sound cruel talking to a little girl, right? Being a parent, telling your kids that that's not your friend, and y'all probably not even going to end up being friends 4 or 5 years from now. I think that sound messed up, telling your kid that. I thought so too, because my dad used to say that to me when I was younger. But he was absolutely right. I used to be mad at my father when I was younger growing up because I just thought that he was just too mean and cruel and just was just too blunt. But it was just me being too soft and sensitive and too emotional. He was telling me absolutely right. He was preparing me for the world as it is. Not what we see on movies and TV shows, not the sugar and bubble gums and lollipops and everything. He's preparing me for the real world, especially being a black man in this country, in America, in the world in general, but just being a black person. He was preparing me, and I thank him for that. So the things that my father did to me and showed me, I naturally do that to my daughters without even thinking about it. It's just like in me. And I said that to my daughters and stuff, and I told them about the friends, and they were upset about it. And you fast forward 2 or 3 years later, they can't stand each other. I was just telling one of my daughters today, like, oh, what happened to you? I'm like, I ain't never hear you talk about Nevaeh in a while. She's like, Dad, don't say that name no more. I can't stand her. Like, she really got upset. And I'm like, and I'm thinking to myself, like, when she said that, it just popped in my head a few years ago when we were first talking about this stuff. And I'm just like, yeah, it's sad. It's not like a gotcha, a ha-ha, I told you. But it's sad that you already understand the reality of how things work due to experience. So you try to teach that to your siblings, your young ones, your children, just so, maybe they won't have to go through it. Or, life is about experience, so you have to experience things. But maybe if they know, it can kind of prepare them better. It won't be as dramatic for them as it was for you. That's the hopes, right? But, yeah, it's like that. And my daughters now know that every person that they encounter is not going to be their friend. Now, they're still young. They're still a little naive. But they're learning and they're growing. And I'm confident by the time they get of the proper age, they can clearly think for themselves and have a clear understanding, then they can tell the difference between someone who's a friend and someone who's just going to be a manipulator. But I believe that it's important that you be careful on who you surround yourself with and who you call yourself friend, because everyone don't like you, and that's real. But that's all I got for now, guys. Let me know what y'all think. Drop y'all comments down below. Make sure I hit the like, subscribe, and hit the bell. I'll see y'all the next one. Peace.